process. I believe all this shit is some form of population control anyway.
I mean, the population has to be controlled. Yo,
Yeah.
I want to ask you the same question I asked Royce. What is your ratio, like, of how many songs do you have to get through before you know you got a keeper? And I know you're retired, clearly.
Yo, we was just talking about this, me and Parks, my engineer, we was just talking about this the other day. My ratio was pretty high. It was high. There weren't very many times where, well, no, what Parks said was, the thing about me, I'll stop the song after a verse. Like, I'll put a verse, I'll go in the studio. If it's a verse there and some semblance of a hook and I ain't on it, I'm off it. It's over. I'm not. So in terms of completing a song, if I was going about completing the song, I was keeping it. And that happened a lot. That happened a lot. I would probably keep every 3 out of 5 songs.
I'm like,
but now mind you, Royce is way more meticulous than me.
Right.
Like, he taught me about being meticulous. He taught me about hearing things that just the normal person can't hear. He just taught me a lot about, he just taught me so much. So I could understand him saying, nah, it's 1 out of every 5. Because he's like that. He'll go spend the night in the studio and just record and he'll pick. I put 3 albums out with the shit that Royce don't put out. Like, he got crazy shit that he'll sit on. I have some crazy shit of his in my computer right now that just never went out. Because Royce would call and say, yo, man, I did that verse 4 months ago. That ain't really how I'm feeling right now. Nah. I'm like, Royce, you smoked this verse. Nah, don't put it out. I'd rather recut it. Like, he's one of those.
Very meticulous. But I'm jealous that y'all even have that. Like, the person I used to do that with was my business partner who's in prison, and he was my, like, I guess, quality control. It was just kind of like, it was things that I wouldn't even have. I would be neutral on. Like, I wouldn't even know. Like, I couldn't even tell if this was good or not. I knew I wrote it. I knew the level was certain high. Maybe it was some aspects to it that I didn't really enjoy or whatever. But I was just kind of like, I don't know. And it would take him to be like, nah, that's ridiculous. Put that out. You know, or if it was some on the other side where it was like, you know, not necessarily I think this is crazy and he doesn't. It'd be more like something that's super basic. But it'll be like, no, that's crazy. Right. But to me, it feels like super basic. And if I had to choose, like, no, get the one with the laser beams on it, he'd be like, nah, get the bow and arrow. You know what I'm saying? Like the bow and arrow. So, but I think for me, when he went away, he's still around, man. He still do a little bit of quality control, but it ain't the same. I think I'm around 10-1. Like every 10, I'll find one, something like that.
Oh, you crazy, man. You niggas is crazy. Y'all are literally crazy.
But that's, I think if I was going like operating just off ratio, it would be something like that. Like when I think about how many beats do I go through before I pick a beat, you know, and I know if I pick that beat, I'm gonna do something to it. Kind of to your point, like you say, if you gonna finish a verse and it's a hook there and it's solid, you're gonna finish it. Like I go off the beat, so like I'll probably go through, man, maybe like 10 beats before I get a beat that I feel like I can actually successfully rap to.
Yo, you know what's funny about you rap dudes? Like,
stop calling Joe Budden. You are a rapper, okay? Just want to remind you thoroughly, Mr. Potty Podcast. You're a rapper, bro. We know you from your raps.
I'm referring to you and Royce both being like the aliens that y'all are, and just what I notice about most of the aliens, because we came up in a different time. So in some sense, we're programmed to maneuver a certain way, right?
Mm.
But let me tell you something. If I was active right now, like with the consumption, like with what needs to be done in music, where you could get away with putting out 20-minute projects, are y'all fucking kidding me? I can't believe you alien niggas that got the nerve to, with your alien privilege, sitting there saying, oh, every 10 songs, I may keep one. The fuck is Royce? You niggas is crazy. Y'all, man, y'all letting these niggas, man.
Do you think it's that? You think it's you think we're in a quantity game right now? For sure.
Well, no. I think the fight for attention, I think that we're in competition with much more than each other now, because there's a fight for attention if in all streams. Mm-hmm. Anything that can stream. If Marvel put out a movie tomorrow, it's in competition with us if we're trying to stream. So because there's that fight for attention, and because of how the white people structured the split, or how they determine what's what, we need 1,500 streams to do this, and you need this amount of streams to, however they structured that, it behooves an artist to do this bullshit they're doing, which is put out 20-minute projects and then give you the deluxe of that 20-minute a deluxe on a 20-minute project. Okay. And then come back a few months later after they tour, after they milk all the tours, and put out another 20-minute project. Like, I got songs that's 20 minutes.
You are the original.
These niggas is lucky, man.
You are the original 10-minute song maker.
Listen, yeah, but that hasn't ever, but that aspect, that attribute of mine hasn't escaped me.
Right.
Like, my podcasts are long.
Yes, they are.
They're damn near 3 hours, twice a week. That's a lot of fucking talking, but that's the same as Rapper Joe. Mm-hmm. Rapper Joe was gonna put 90 bars in a verse. It's the same nigga. Yo, y'all stop telling me to put a shirt on, man. I'm in my natural state.
But put a shirt on though. Like they have a like employee of the people. Similar, at least Royce put a shirt on. That don't mean Royce probably didn't have pants on, but you definitely ain't got a shirt on, and you need to put a shirt on.
No, don't worry about it. The nigga can't even feel sexy. I'm one of the people that's more so concerned about how the inside feels, Lupe.
Oh, he's so intense.
Not about how the outside looks. Is this better for you?
You look like a Navy SEAL right now.
And you got the nerve to sit on the phone with Royce talking about you don't know what to do, so you're gonna put out some feelers. And what the I can't even listen to y'all, man.
That what are you talking about? Put out some feelers.
You said you was gonna put out some freestyles to kind of get a sense of.
You know what I was telling him was, what I don't want to do on my album is just a bunch of freestyles, right? And I feel like when I freestyles at the recent have been sounding the same, right? They've been very monotonous. Mm-hmm. And because it's to serve a particular purpose. Like, I'm locked into, like, freestyles need to be bars, and they need to be barred up, and you need to have resting lines and set up. But when the project that I'm actually working on, because I'm actually working on a project, literally sitting in front of my studio. Bam. Okay. And
okay.
My piece was, I need to exercise that demon of linearity, right, into the freestyles. Right? Mm-hmm. And I know it's true, so it's almost like I almost had to like vent myself of the linearity so it doesn't bleed into the project, right? Because I don't want the project to sound like a bunch of freestyles, because I feel like freestyles have a short shelf life, right? I mean, it could be good, you'll get an impact, but like you said, there's a competition and competing with for attention.
Lupe, you don't know how to make nothing that has a short shelf life. You wasting time on nothing. If you went in the studio and tried to make something with a short shelf life, I think you would be incapable of doing that.
Interesting. Why do you say that, Joe?
Because nothing in your history has a short shelf life.
I mean, there's some things that have come and gone. I've had entire projects.
That depends on who you're asking.
True that. True.
Come and gone. That happens in the name of that the actual transaction. Once you put it out and I receive it, it has come and gone. The shelf life is how long it's living with me. And none of your projects have a short shelf life. Even that bullshit you tried to put out that was short. It wasn't really short, but you tried to be shorter.
Yeah.
I know, I can see it. And I'm like, oh, look at Lupe, he's cute. Like he's trying to do it, but you can't.
Yeah, you know, I'm long-winded, long in the tooth, as they say.
Yeah, nigga. What are you trying to change some shit around for? We looking for that. Like, back to murals. I can't get a mural from somewhere else. So what type of alien privilege is that of you to say, all right, because I did that, I'm done doing that? What are you talking about? You're the only person that can do that. Like ESPN right now. It's a whole bunch of niggas on there that's stealing Stuart Scott's swag. But guess what? Stuart Scott is no longer with us. Rest in peace. You can't Stuart Scott like Stuart Scott. That's why I disagree with that shit you were saying earlier about Kendrick. Yeah, it's a lot of niggas trying to rhyme like Kendrick. You can't Kendrick.
I mean, I think, well, first of all, mural is I'm being a little coy. I do have a project that is like, okay, let's take mural and do it times 1,000. And that's what Mickey Fax is kind of running around the internet. Like, wait till you hear what Lupe did, because I've had it in the bag for a while. And
well, how he know? He heard it?
Yeah, I snuck up on him and let him see it, and it blew his mind. And only a couple people have heard it and seen it. It's in the bag, but it's something that is like, oh, if you thought mural was ridiculous, wait till you see this. But to your point about the K-Dots, I mean, I don't know, man. I think once you hit a certain critical mass of a ton, and it's not just what's happening in the mainstream, right? I'm talking about these are people who will never get into the mainstream, right? Like it's a cultural expression that's happening down in the underground, where you got a lot of dudes who maybe have aspirations to go mainstream, right? And the level of just kind of like, and I'm not, it's not a knock, it's an observation, right? But it's like, there's a ton of people that's doing that, right? And every rapper thinks that the bar of niceness is doing that. And it's kind of like, yo, you like super pigeonholed, right? And what you're doing. And is it a good thing? I mean, sure, you enter into that box and you learn a lot of different things. You learn a lot of techniques, some quick time and some other things, layers. But it's like you look and every single dude come out is doing it. It was the same like the Lil Wayne phenomenon back in the day, right? Lil Wayne, everybody in the underground was rapping like Lil Wayne. And it was just kind of like, yo, you know. But again, generational things happen, it's cycles and things. And it's something to be learned from. So my point wasn't to kind of belittle it, but it was just an observation I've been having. The kids to me spitting, and it's like, oh yeah, you sound like you. The first thing you say is like, yo, you sound like Kendrick.
Yeah, but the thing about kids, and we as the older ones have to acknowledge this. You got to give kids time to learn themselves.
Right.
Like, if I look back in my history, I can remember sounding like Method Man at some point in my life.
Right.
Like, and I can remember sounding like fucking Cannabis at one point in my life.
Good
like,
sound.
I'm just saying, when these people were in their bag as a rapper, that's really why I don't listen to rap, to be honest with you. Like, you have to make your way into my heart for me to listen to you. But
Yeah,
just casually listening to rap music,
yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
I don't do that either.
I don't. What'd you say?
I don't do that either. I don't listen to a lot of rap now either.
No, I can't. I cannot do it. I can't. I don't want that on me. It's different. It's different. I can explain it. Well, I can't explain it, but
me still creating, and I'm sure you still write a rap every now and then, or at least think of a rap. I don't think you're completely out of the rap space for sure.
My brain still functions, so yes.
I don't want those influences. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be sucked into what that is and have that start influencing my style. I'm still trying to develop and craft and refine the style that I've garnered or generated. Because I used to rap like Biggie, right? And it's out. I got freestyles and whole songs where I was rapping like Big. Then I got other joints where I'm rapping like Jay. Then I got other joints where I'm rapping like Ghostface. So a big part of my early days was rapping like Ghostface and Raekwon. Like we loved it, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned into your own style and your own tone. It was something else. And now I'll do exercises where I try and rap like Aesop Rock, or I'll do exercise rap like this person, that person. So I understand it being an influence, and I understand it being part of the training. But it's like, yo, you're trying to get a career. Like you trying to get a career sounding like my man. Like you gonna have some rude awakenings.
Listen, Lupe, the bar is lower than it's ever been in term as far as getting a career in rap music.
You think? What do you
I
mean?
know.
Do you think
I
the
I know it is.
bar? Which bar? Not lyrically, like presentation wise,
The
brand.
bar, no, 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 no. Don't add all this complexity shit. I'm saying right this second, you said the bar is low in terms of having a career in our art form. I
Mm,
don't think that that can even really be argued.
mm, mm.
Yeah, exactly, Guru. The bar to entry. Fam,
Well, no,
think about this.
sure,
Think
the
about this. Hold up.
bar for sure. The level of being able to go and create, man. For me to create a song back in the day, like to actually put a song together, like we had to go to the flea market to get the instrumental, go over here to get the tape deck, plug in the tape deck to the thing, get a chord to do this, do that. Like the actual process that it took to actually create, put your voice to a piece of music was so vast. Like the amount of pieces and parts you had to do versus plug in your phone and just start rapping, for sure. Now, on the technology front, I think technology is responsible for that. But I don't know if you're talking about technology, right, Joe.
You keep trying to. I think what I'm saying is very clear. Lupe, niggas was spending the night outside of record labels to get some type of attention. Like in any area that you want to fit what I'm saying, it's still applicable.
Mm.
In terms of creation, in terms of entry, the bar is low on all of it. So much so, I mean, I don't need to tell you that there are labels signing people based off Instagram followers, right?
Mm.
I don't have to tell you that. I
Mm.
don't have to tell the fans that. This is stuff and that's what I mean. This stuff is like public information. That when I was trying to get a record deal, it was big for me to get to Def Jam because Def Jam had all the niggas that could spit. Y'all had all the niggas I grew up on. LL, Method Man, fucking Run D, whoever the fuck was over there. Slick Rick, like, you know what I mean? Of course you want to go to Def Jam. But yeah, no, let me shut up.
No, no, no. But I think even still though, bro, even still, there was a what did they I don't know if they told you this, because we probably got deals at around the same time, or was in the process of getting deals around the same time, those mid thousands, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they tell you, you got to go get popping in your own hood. You had to go get them followers. It wasn't Instagram followers to be had. It wasn't social media to be had, but it was definitely like, are you popping in your own neighborhood? Are you popping in your own city? And so you have artists who nobody knew, but in their city, they was the man. And they come up to the label and they would bring quote unquote followers even back then. Like, yo, I'm getting XYZ spins on the radio, or my name is popping in my little town or in my little city. So they
Mm-hmm.
told us that about Chicago. They was like, man, are you getting what you doing in Chicago? Are you the man in Chicago? Because if you ain't the man in Chicago, what makes you think you're gonna be the man in New York or be the man in Florida? If you don't even know how to be the man in your own backyard or
Well,
one.
what you saying, Lupe? And I don't mean for this to get so deep and mushy here, but what you're saying here is will be true and well, will and has been true in every age of hip hop from since we was doing it. Actually, since before that, they want to see verification of some form. They want to see numbers from somewhere to validate something, which is ironic because numbers will be the same thing that they use to devalue you when they want to do that.
Right.
And that's why you can't get trapped in the numbers game.
Right.
At first, it was Master P and them niggas running around selling shit out their trunk, and the labels wanted to see those numbers. Then it was, when we came around, go get hot in the street, go heat up your local mix show or the mixtapes, do that. Then we had Mixtape Kings. Then we had now we got the SoundCloud era. There's niggas popping off that. Now we're in the TikTok era, where you can't even put a song out without the TikTok numbers. There's going to always be some form of getting numbers from somewhere. And that's why we need niggas like us, because it's all a lie. It's all a lie, all of it.
Which numbers do you think were most valuable? If you had to go, like you went through the era of the different eras of different metrics and different numbers. Which numbers do you think, because they're there, like we're not gonna get away from it, part of the program, it is, whether we choose to buy into it or not, it's a reality. Which era's numbers do you think were the most valuable, the most representative of, say, quality?
None. Now, what I will say to that, though, Lupe, is
complete rejection of the entire structure. I mean,
because all they do is find new ways to fluff and hide the numbers, and most artists can't afford to audit every time they think something is funny with numbers. They're gonna always fluff numbers. That's like when back in the day when I left Def Jam, I thought I could go in. You know, I still had a relationship with Sam Crespo, who was the radio guy at Def Jam.
Yeah, Sam was over at he was at Atlantic. Shout out to Sam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I thought was I could leave the major label and just use my relationship with Sam Crespo to get a record playing if I had confidence in the record. And I quickly learned that that's not even an option. That shit is expensive, number one. And because he my man, he's gonna let me know that most of these radio niggas are just fluffing the numbers in the Z markets and taking the bag from you niggas, charging A market prices. And I'm like, damn, like everywhere you turn, you could spot where the fluff is in the numbers. Fucking sales. Like you can't, it's too many different places, or there was too many different places to hide numbers. So that's gonna always be. Today, you know who reports the streaming numbers to you? The streaming companies.
What did we have back in the day? Big Champagne? Who was spitting out metrics back in the day? You had to get your Big Champagne numbers up. I think it was like first, but I hear you.
Yeah, man. So no. But what I will say to that is this. In the late 90s, early 2000s, when all the money was up, like when the labels were actually spending real money on artists, like exorbitant numbers, that's probably when it matched the most. Because you could actually physically, tangibly see money. Like you could look at a Busta Rhymes video and see the money. When Hype Williams walked on the set, you could see it. And then that cut back, Napster and all that shit. And then it was like, all right, we gotta hide all the money. Can't spend nothing. We don't have money. It was a depression. Yeah, they fixed everything up, man. These guys are good. And that's why I say you artists, because I don't play that game.
I think there's a recognition.
I don't play that game with these niggas.
I think there's a recognition that no game is 100% perfect, right? That there's no game is ever gonna have
that ain't true.
All of the pieces and parts being fully fleshed out. I've never experienced a game where it's been that way, where the game is 100%. Unless I'm talking about a game that's involved with marketing and selling.
No, oh no, I got it now. I got it now.
Right. Not just the game like we rappers and we're gonna rap, or you tap dance, whatever.
Got it.
But I think an understanding that this finna be some fluff, that these deals, that all of this stuff is it's a bunch of magic happening, right? And sleight of hand taking place. But where can you actually find value?
Some of us, and most of us, came in not assuming that, though.
I just came in blind?
Yes.
Oh, no, I knew we dropped a bag for our deal.
Well, right? You have always appeared to be wiser than the rest of us.
My bit, and to your point, and that's why I talk like my man Chill. I never had what y'all had on the creative side, and especially on the business side, and just those minds constantly analyzing and processing and being able to bounce ideas and stuff off of. But my partner Chill, he made me become an executive. Right? He was like, "No, you finna become vice president. You finna come into these meetings." I was like, "I just want to rap." Right? I just want to rap. I just want to write some raps, or rap, do this. He's like, "Nah, you finna become a part of this process, and they're gonna respect you, and you're gonna have to see." So I'll be sitting in board meetings and sitting in programs and actually seeing like the way things were working. And it was like you learn really fast that it's not as all what it's chalked up to be, and it's a lot of fugazi.
It's depressing. You know? It makes you sad inside. It's really depressing.
Don't get depressed, Joe.
I'm not depressed. Shit, I'm not in it. I don't play this game.
Look at the face of freedom, y'all. Now look at the current face.
Yeah, no, I don't play that. I don't play with these niggas now. I'm happier than I've ever been. See, but that was another connection that I had to make, and I'm only talking about me now. Right. I'm only talking about me now. I only ever rapped, like was really successful and good and passionate about rap when I needed to say some shit. Like, and I needed to get it out of me so I could not be psycho in my brain because I'm a nut. Get this off of me. It's my vent system. You give it to the fans. And I was rapping like that. And what I later on realized was that why I was rapping so much about misery is because the actual rapping, what came with the rapping, not rapping because we love it, right, but what came with it was making me fucking miserable. Like, this ain't worth it for me. I wanna know what it's like to not be depressed or angry or just aggressive, because that's what they tell us we have to be. It's such a competitive field. Like, yeah. So this is great. I'm happier than ever. I am far from depressed. That's why I embrace all this shit. It slapped me in the face as to what's really important. I used to get 2 haircuts a week, Lupe, and spend hours in a barbershop. I have no problem looking like this. My time is so valuable. Yeah, I might keep this.
My head. So we flip flop.
Nigga, who you?
No, you looking clean up there, brother. Chill out.
I got off.
This.
It's crazy.
Your face looks like my head. I don't even know if this is gonna be able to get cut. I felt depressed. I was in a bad spot. I was depressed, suicidal thoughts, all that, and it took somebody to come and like pull me up out of that. Because of the label telling you this or this happening to you, you don't realize that that's actually the case. Like they don't build us to be mentally. We don't have the mental fortitude that we think we have when we go and become famous or get a taste of fame or a taste of money, and it drives some people crazy. You know, brings out the worst in people. So I've been there too. I thoroughly empathize with what you're saying on that front. And it was just like, I just want to rap just to rap. It's not even about money. It's not even about this. And I don't even want that. So I'm not even going to go do that radio show. I have no problem telling this dude no, because it's something where there is something more important and bigger than just trying to get famous off raps. Yeah. So I've been in that hole too, but I'm happy too. I'm super good.
You look happy though.
Yeah, I'm always smiling.
I've seen you when you weren't smiling so much.
Of course, we have our downtime and our moments, but you know,
But no, you look great, man. That's the first thing I said when I clicked on this live, man. It's so good to see. I was delighted to see you and Royce kicking it. Like those are the conversations that niggas like me need to hear. Like, yeah, that was awesome, especially in this state that y'all in today as adult men.
Well, you look terrible, sir, and I just want to let you know that you need to do something with that with your facial situation. I understand that you're free, but you over there looking like you ready to just.
Lupe, that the women are they must be lying to me. Then they're telling me something different, man.
Okay, all right.
They're telling me, listen, I don't know. I can't speak for the Chicago women, but out here, they like a nigga with a little bit of like rough around the edges shit going on.
A burly guy.
They don't like a nigga so doctored. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
See, that's where I fool them, Lupe, with the contrast, because I look like a grizzly bear, but I'm so warm and cuddly inside. They're like, damn, I could be with this nigga, man. This nigga's.
No way are you warm and cuddly, brother. That beard is a reflection of what's going on the inside. The roughneckness. You literally have a rough neck right now, like right here, brother.
Yeah, yeah. But I've been had my shit like this. Inside is warm and cuddly, man. I'm telling you. Once you pass my hard
warming, like you do have that energy. And that's why I think your podcast is so successful. And I think that's why you're so successful, is that you have a magnetic thing about you, right? And I've never really felt a negative thing from you, if that makes any sense. Like it and I really appreciate that about you, brother.
You know what, man? I am humbled, and that is the highest form of praise. It's true. It's true, man. I'm full of love.
For sure. All right, I'm getting out of here, man. You good?
Lupe, this was an amazing session that we had here today. When are we going to get new music from you? That you can actually put out, that you feel good about?
I'm working on this Amy Winehouse project right now. And every day I'm attaching new verses and work. I'm making those decisions that we make when we in the studio, you know, where to go or in the story like that. So that's the next piece that I'm teed up for. And I got a couple other things in the cooker, but right now I'm trying to really finish this Amy Winehouse piece before the end of the summer. And then hopefully that will be out as soon as it's done, brother. It's going to be an EP. It's going to be one of those short 20-minute projects that you talked about. So it's good. I like 7 songs maybe. So it's coming.
All right. All right. Say no more. I'll be waiting for it.
All right, brother. Love.
You know it.
All right. All right. Shout to Joe Budden, the homie of the homie. Yeah, Joe actually is a big teddy bear, bro. Yo, I want to one piece. I want to before I jump out of here, man. I want to talk to Guru, man. I haven't seen or heard from Guru in so long. Guru, if you still in the chat, tune in like for 2 minutes, brother, just to get some eyes on you. I don't know if y'all are aware of, you know, there's certain people that's in the game that are the witnesses to, and not even a witness, like Guru is a part of so many pivotal moments in music, and having an opportunity to be in the studio with him and also being a witness. I was actually a witness. I didn't really have nothing to do with it, but having a witness to